Your car's driving sluggish, you've got bad fuel economy, it sounds bad, or you've got check engine lights with fault codes, then I'm going to show you how to clean the throttle body and hopefully fix those issues. First we'll remove the engine cover. It should just peel away. Just held on by these knobs here. Here's the engine underneath. This car's done 220,000 miles, so it's not surprising that it looks a bit gross. But what we want is right here. First off, we need to remove this hose here. So get a screwdriver and take that off, and then we can pull this hose off. We also need to remove this electrical connector. Can then undo the Jubilee clip and then try and pry the hose off. Mine was pretty stiff because this car's quite old, but with a bit of force you can get it off. Then you need a T30 bit to remove the 3 bolts holding the throttle body to the engine. I then paired that with a 10mm ratchet spanner, because the top bolt isn't too bad, but the other 2 are really tricky to get to and you need to go at some crazy angles. Making sure the hose is pushed out of the way is going to help a lot. Over the course of this repair, I dropped this T30 bit about 20 times. The first time I had to take off the under tray, there are about 10 screws holding it on. If you need to take it off, I would jack up the car a bit to get better access, because it's tricky to get to, but once the car's jacked up, it's really easy to just get all the screws out, and then when you drop the T30 bit, it's not an issue. It took me about 20 minutes to get this first bolt out. The tricky part was getting the T30 bit on there with the ratchet spanner, but once I cracked the bolt and it was loose, I could then loosen it off with the T30 bit and then eventually by hand and then take it out. Just go slow and you'll get it. Once you've got all 3 bolts out, you can pull the throttle body away. Now mine didn't look too bad at all. I wonder if it's maybe been changed in its life. The inside of this hose also looks fine, but we'll still give the throttle body a clean because we've got it off anyway. I'm going to give it a really good spray with some EGR cleaner and then wipe it all down with a cloth or some blue roll. I'm also giving the actuator a push and that's moving fine, it's returning to its position and it's got resistance, so that's all good to go too. We're then going to remove the gas recirculation hose. We then need to undo this clamp by removing this bolt, move it off to the side so it's out of the way, and then tighten the bolt back up a little bit so we don't lose anything. We can then pull the hose off. It's got a corrugated bend in it so you can move it out of the way with a little bit of pressure. Here you can see the carbon build up. Then we want to take this bolt off and remove this hose out of the way, and then remove the 2 bolts holding the mount in place, one on top, one on the bottom. Then we can pry it off and see what we're dealing with. Look at all of that carbon. Yes, this is what we wanted to see, because this shows that we're doing the right thing fixing this. You can see all the carbon build up on this intake port as well, so we're going to give that a really good clean too. First I'll use a screwdriver and I'll clean out as much carbon as I can, then absolutely soak it with some EGR cleaner and wipe it all down with some blue towel or a cloth, and we're good to go. Looking a lot better. This is the mother load of carbon. We want to get all of this out, so same again, I'm going to scrape off as much as I can with a screwdriver, spray absolutely buttloads of EGR cleaner, and then wipe it down. I repeated these steps a few times to get it all off, but afterwards it was looking so much better. Going from this to this. A reassembly is super easy. Put the gasket back on. There's a little notch for this little tab, so it's super easy, you can't really get it wrong. And then this opening faces towards the front of the car. So plop it back in and then put the 2 bolts back in. Off camera I've also cleaned up the hose that attaches to our little mount, and then we can put the clamp back on that holds them together. And we're going to hand tighten this bolt as far as it will go. Then we can put this bolt back in that holds that hose in place. None of this stuff needs to be super tight, just hand tight is good enough. I literally did 1 click on this right angle impact driver and that was fine. Then the fun part, putting the throttle body back in and putting those 3 difficult bolts back in. Once you've got the 3 bolts back in, we can put the hose back on, tighten the clamp on, and then we're done. Before on idle, my car was surging. It was going vroom, vroom. But after that clean, it stopped doing it, so that's fixed it hopefully. I've cleared the fault codes and they haven't come back, but I'd need to drive the car for a while to see if that's properly cured it. If it hasn't, then stay tuned next week where we'll clean the air intake and the EGR valve, because you can already tell mine's going to be bad. Lastly, if you had to take the under tray off, put it back on, lower the car back down, job done. Thanks for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next week. Bye.